What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video where we have a couple of things to go over. The first thing you saw was a drone clip that was taken in Grand Forks, North Dakota at the Alaris Center. A couple of months ago, my friends Alex, Jeff, and myself, who help out at the racetrack, traveled out there and ran an autocross for an event called Smoke and Shine. This is the first one we've done away from home in Superior. We traveled, it's something like 5 hours. It's a pretty good drive. We set up an autocross course in the parking lot at the event center right in the heart of Grand Forks. Overall, it was a great learning experience. Learned a bunch of stuff, things that we would do different next year, especially doing it away from home where we're kind of like out of our element a little bit. And we learned a couple of things about how the timing systems work, which is interesting because running it at home for the last few years, we've never had a timing system failure. Now, what ended up happening is that parking lot or the event center has a cell tower and probably some sort of Wi-Fi for the event center that's really powerful. And it was actually right next to where we were running. And no matter what we did with two separate farm tech timing systems, neither one worked. Our wireless scoreboards wouldn't work. The timing eyes wouldn't work. So anyway, it was a really good experience and I believe we're gonna go back next year. I hope so. And I'm interested in doing this elsewhere. So if you are interested at all in having an autocross ran at your facility or your property or at an event center that you host a car show at or anything of the sort, you know, in the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, we'd be interested in coming and running that for you guys. So if you want to, there's an email address in the description. You can always shoot us an email and we can see if we can figure something out to come run an autocross at your place we can run it. So anyway, not too much to go over there. There's a pretty good amount of cars. Everyone that came and ran was awesome. Anyway, the three of us are interested in doing that again for sure. So we'll see what happens in the future, but what a great opportunity. And I'd like to thank John and everybody on their team for making it happen. And because we went and did that, we got an entire backup timing system to use at home in case one that we've got fails. And I also got a much bigger scoreboard. So we got like a bunch of stuff and equipment as spares and stuff that we can use and put on a better show at home too. So that worked out really good. Well, that's kind of the long and short of it. That whole trip was a big adventure. And I'm gonna show you a couple of clips of how the course looked running and everything. There's a few unique vehicles out there, but won't go on and on too much about that. So here's a couple of clips of running autocross out at the event center in Grand Forks, and then we're gonna go out to the racetrack and show you guys some of the flooding that happened recently. We got a ton of rain, you know, in a short amount of time. I went out to make sure everything was draining and spent a little time playing in the puddles with my kids and stuff. So there's a couple of clips from the event center. Let's head out to the racetrack and I'm gonna show you guys the new service road that goes behind the timing tower that was never there before. My buddy Adam at Bladeworks Unlimited, he pushed a road in, he built it up real good, and I think it's gonna be you know, it's a permanent fixture out there now. It's going to be very helpful for getting equipment in and out, especially with the karting track in the back, as well as big trucks and trailers, because of the last couple of karting events, which we'll have in a video on real soon. There's a lot of motorhomes that come with like literal car trailers. People travel from hours around to this karting racing, and it's kind of amazing. People bring like full setups that they would have for, you know, late model racing at any dirt track. It's big stuff. So having this road pushed in is a huge deal, and it's going to save the pavement that we used to autocross on. So it's kind of a win-win. You know, nothing you do is inexpensive, and you know, for anybody that's curious, that road is like just over $4,000, so it was really expensive. And you know, you see it as just gravel, but at the end of the day, it took a ton of work, and it took a lot of material to do it, although it may not look like it. So anyway, let's head out to the racetrack and show you guys some updates from out there, and then we'll wrap up today's video in a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. There's been some flooding out here. The water's running really good through here right now, but one of the drains is plugged on the racetrack way back there, so I'm gonna put my boots on and go and try and see if I can't open it up with a shovel. But it's running really strong through here right now, coming out of the woods, which is unfortunate because it does go over a roadway there.
It does go over here.
Yep. But it doesn't seem to be moving fast enough to be washing anything out, and the culverts are working, so I'm hopeful it'll be fine.
The culverts are like kind of going over there, and it makes like it's like so big that you can really see how it's like almost flooding.
Yep, pretty well it is flooding.
That,
yeah, that's crazy.
So like if you lay in it, you could go underwater, and you could be soaked.
Yep, you're right. Yep, 100%. You could be underwater. There's a lot of water right now.
So we're gonna try to fix this bad boy up.
Yeah, it's even running over here. It's coming through the grass line over the paved track, which is crazy. So I'm gonna park somewhere like closer to the drain. I'm gonna park over here, and we gotta try and open this up because we got a lake here. And I didn't hear or see the water running on the other side, so I think it's plugged here. I see a lot of grass. It's probably just plugged up. So we're gonna try and open it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to open it. So.
Okay, so that culvert that I made sure was flowing actually runs underground all the way through here into the wood line, and I think it popped up over here. Give you guys a little idea of what I was checking here, and man, this thing's hard to find. I gotta stake this end of it. Somewhere down here and it's right beneath me, so I'm gonna go down somewhere else. Now this is essentially tick central for the most part, but I think they're scared of rain, so I'm not too worried about them today. But I found it. I just had to listen for water enough to find it. I actually started way over there. I was wrong on where it was. I forgot. So it'd be wise to put a stake somewhere. But anyway, it's flowing super good. It's got to be like a 4-inch culvert or something like that. Just that corrugated plastic stuff. But we're flowing. Everything's fine. It's just going to take a while. Unfortunately, we got a ton of rain. So that's actually what happened at the end of the day. But anyway, I'll show you guys the road real quick, and then we will continue on today's video. I got a little passenger here. Water runs down the ditch line under that culvert, is pooling here now, and actually running to what would be, I think it's 5-inch PVC pipe. That's actually right there. That got buried under the road with some rock in front of it, and drain on this side. So if you look in here, you can see it leaching under the road a little bit. So there's just a ton of water trying to make its way through here, and luckily the road doesn't seem to be too upset by it. In a perfect world, we'd have more drainage and more PVC here. We haven't had a big washout, which is great. PVC is fighting for its life right now, and actually is draining really good into the new ditch line that was cut in by Adam from Bladeworks Unlimited. I chose to use the PVC we had. I don't think we had enough to stack two side by side. It would have been better, obviously, but it's flowing real good. It's obviously not enough. Yeah. Obviously it could use a little bit more, but at the end of the day, this is kind of an exceptional circumstance. We got 2.5 inches of rain in like an hour or two, so it's a lot of water. You know, anything that's a little more gradual would have been manageable. So take a quick peek over here, see the flooding deal, and then we'll probably be out of here for the day. Just gotta let nature take its course at this point, and everything is flowing. So it's running all through here, and even so much that it's backing up on the existing culvert and running that way to the infield drains that I showed you guys earlier that I thought were plugged, which they weren't. There's nothing's running fast enough. See, it's running pretty good there. So,
Let's see.
got a little whirlpool. That's a big hole there, buddy. Careful. That's a big hole. Don't go down there. Maybe up to your waist. But anyway, coming through here pretty good too, and then making its way to the ditch line out of the property. Otherwise, everything looks okay. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days, but that's about all I got for today's segment. Just want to check out some drainage and show you guys the new road, which actually has been awesome. It's just really unfortunate that we got this much water when I came out to finally film it, but at any rate, the kids wanted to play in the water a little bit too, and you know what, so did I. So we'll go splash the truck around a little bit more, then we'll get out of here for the day. The next order of business on today's video is actually fixing what are called anti-scalping wheels on the mower deck. So this one's getting worn out, but the one on the other side is actually shot. It's broken. So went ahead and ordered 2 of them. This one's pooched completely, so we're gonna swap this one out as well as the other one, obviously. Keep this thing around tip top. And unfortunately, I didn't realize until way too late in the process is that there's actually grease zerks on these things. This one appears to be missing, but apparently you can grease these. So could be part of the problem, but either way, that one's coming apart, so we're just gonna swap them both. It's a little bit more of the behind the scenes stuff, I guess, that normally I might not even film. But this is actually a part number AM104126. So I got a pair of them. You can see grease zerks on them. And yeah, got washer for each side and everything. So at the end of the day, replacement parts here. So let's zip these off real quick. Swap these, and the mower should be good to go. I just lubed it the other day when I was out here. Hasn't been used since. But other than that, it's been running really, really good. Check the oil and everything on that. Yeah, there's really not much to be said about other than, you know, some of these parts are just wear items. So at the end of the day, probably the first time this has been changing its service life, and there's like, I don't know, something like at least 2,800 hours on it. So it's got quite a few hours. But anyway, let's get a wrench on this, swap these out real quick, and move on to the next part of today's video. Looks like it's on a stud, so oof, that's not the studs. So I think these will come right off pretty simply. Yeah, not a big deal. So super easy to change. Just took a little while to get around to ordering it, like I guess a lot of things do when you got a million irons in the fire. But oh yeah, pretty straightforward. Put the new washers on. It looks like a roller bearing in there. So definitely good to be greasing those. I failed at that. I didn't realize there was a grease zerk on this the whole time I owned it. Like honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, we'll swap these on real quick and grease it up. We'll be good to go. Okay, got one new washer on there. The shaft looks pretty good, honestly. Another washer. Fits right on there. Yeah, obviously this will be pretty simple. But again, just more stuff that needs to be done in the background that sometimes I just wouldn't film. So I think, so it's tight. Yeah, no, it's tight, it still rolls, so. Okay, looks good there, and I think, oh, made a mistake. Looks like there's an outer washer I didn't pay close enough attention when I was disassembling it. It's one with a smaller diameter right here. So that's got to go on too. Oops. Sorry, first time doing it. Suppose that'll retain the grease better too. So probably for a couple reasons that goes there. Interesting. So must not want to go super tight with it because it came off fairly easy, honestly. I don't know, feels pretty good. There's one down. Alright, so this is the bad one. I'm wondering if the shaft will be gacked up at all that, you know, the bearings ride on. It's hard to say. But this one took some damage. Wow. So I have more washers on this one. I gotta, oh my goodness. Okay, so that whole, everything came apart there. Now, this one was way overdue. Wow. That one was super bad. So I'll have to clean this up best I can. Yeah, holy cow. That one's super bad. So we'll see how I gotta stack these to make it fit. Something more like that, by the looks of it. I think that's gonna be good. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's get these off to the right start. And I did get the washers stacked right. And I'm out of grease, of course. Okay, we're back. Yeah, again, it feels like no matter what you do, it might take 10 times as long as you figure. Especially like filming it. Make sure you get that new grease all spread around there. Oh my goodness. There we go. Got lots of grease. This could use some welding on the deck. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, that's greased. All done. Well, as you can see, there is a ton of water in the clay track, so it shows you how much it actually accumulates as you have it graded or whatever you may want to call it. But when it's graded like that, it gets crazy how much accumulates in it. That pump's been running for hours straight. The line's full, I can see over there. It's an electric sump pump in a basin, but it's doing its best to keep up, and it just keeps leaching in, so it's got quite a job ahead of it. But I'm sure in the next, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours, that'll be pretty much down to nothing. So anyway, that's all I got for today's segment. We got the lawnmower fixed up, showed you a little flooding and how things are working out at the track. We'll see you guys in the next part of today's video. Okay, so we are doing some more work on the Corvette. As you can see, I've already got it up on the jack stands, and I did get a new set of Falcon Zennies RT660s on it. These are 275 3518s, and what you'll see behind them is a set of bare two-piece rotors I have on the front and back now. You may notice that the vanes, or that the slots in the slot rotors are facing forward and actually point in the correct direction. This is the driver's side. The slots face forward, as do the drill marks, because the vanes are what matter, and they face backwards, so they're the opposite. So anyway, these are on correctly. We also got a set of two-piece rotors on the back, also bare. Two-piece rotors. These are much bigger. They actually have adapter plates, so the diameter I think is like almost 2 inches bigger. So those are on the back too, along with the new tires. I'm going to be very interested to see what these are like driving, and especially autocrossing. In any event, big upgrade for braking and steering and turning capability on the car from the shot 315/30s. But I do have to give the car some service, so we're going to put in the car today. Long overdue is a little bit of the 5W30 Amsoil Signature Series synthetic motor oil. I've got this, a 51042 oil filter, and for the transmission, I got the Dexron compatible squeeze bag ATFs. So pretty much good to go with that. Amsoil, again, is your one-stop shop with all this stuff. Thank you to Amsoil for being a track sponsor, and at the track, I'm also an Amsoil dealer. So if you do want to pick up some premium lubrication for your vehicle, definitely check out the link in the description. Just service the whole Camaro front to back with Amsoil products, and it's been running awesome. So I've been starting to put it pretty much in everything that I got, including my personal vehicle, truck that I tug everything around with. But anyway, we're gonna do some more maintenance on the Corvette. So let's fire it up, get some heat in the engine so everything's moving around nice and easy, and the oil filter come off nice, and we will get things changed out. Alright, so you guys didn't see it, but under the car I got the transmission fluid change as well. It actually didn't look too bad. These C5s to have a T56 transmission in the rear, which is a transaxle on this car. Same basic transmission as an F-body over there. As far as fluid capacity, it's just under 4 quarts. The fluid coming out, like I say, didn't look too bad. There really wasn't any way I was going to be able to film and show you guys this. Well, I guess it's a little bit darker now that it's out. The stuff that went in was pretty bright red, so this got a little hot. The gentleman that owned it prior did road race the car at BIR, so I don't know if he had changed it since doing any sessions out there or anything, but a little dark on that. Fresh Amsoil, ATF in there, it's Dextron 3 compatible. Also, changed the engine oil and filter. It's a Wix 51042 filter, and put the Signature Series 5W30 in there as well. So I got it topped off, filled it up with 6 quarts, and yeah, let's get this thing down on the ground, and then we will pick up in the next segment of today's video. Well, fixed up the lawnmower a little bit. You guys also saw how the karting track looks as of a few weeks ago with all the flooding that was happening. But since then, we've had 2 karting shows. Chad and his team have put them on, and they've ran really well. The first show we had 43 carts. The second one there is 53. So I think the number's going to keep climbing. We expect to have around 200 to 300 people on site constantly while they're happening. So the karting has actually been more popular than I would have ever guessed. And Chad definitely read the tea leaves on that one, and he was right. So more to come on that. But I want to thank all you guys for watching today's video. If you do want to support the track, check out the Facebook page. There's a link in the description, or go to our merch link in the description as well. Pick yourself up a t-shirt, hoodie, stickers. We got all sorts of stuff on there, pint glasses, coffee mugs. Pick something up for yourself or a loved one. And appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you guys in the next video.